Hello, I'm back again, and today is Friday, so that means Stormworks. And I could continue on with the boat, with the massive cruise ship, but I'm gonna put a slight halt on that due to a recent update, where they added compact pivots that can both transmit power and fluid. Well, or. It's one of the two, of course. But with that, I realized a tank would be a lot easier to make. Or something like that. I just wanted to make a tank again, soon give it a try. So let's jump into it. I'm here with Obsidian Blade and Lucas the Boy. Hello again.
Hello.
Let's see, does it work? It works! Yay! I like when it works. Yeah, but like the hardware store that I work, like for those who don't know, it's right before I started streaming. I was looking for to find some steel at the hardware store that, like on the website of the hardware store where I used to work at. I found it. It doesn't show the grade. It doesn't show what kind of steel it is. For those who don't know and think just steel is steel, no. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of different kinds of steel. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses. So if it just says steel, it can mean many different things. And yeah, I am not sure if, how that's gonna go. But I do need it for a couple of brackets. So all I need to do is bend it in a couple of spots. And why is my layout glitching? Hold on. Why is my overlay glitching? I didn't tell you you could do that. Stream elements. I didn't tell you you could start glitching around now. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess, isn't it? We're not even 5 minutes in, it's already going wrong. Honestly, for my streams to be expected. Also, Stormworks, can you please move off of 90%, please? Yeah. I should probably make technical drawings of it then. So I can then make it out of steel. It's... Oh, I know why it's overloading the encoder. I think that's causing the trouble. Or is it? It seems to be stable now. Alright, fine, I'll go to stream elements. I guess I will go there. I will have to log in. Oh wait, I'm already logged in. Let me go to my overlays. Where are the overlays? Resources. Features. Alerts and overlays. Things have loaded, but I need to get the full website. Hold on here. Elements gallery. No. Resources. Features. Yeah, let's see where I have mine. Dashboard. This is where I needed to go, to the dashboard. Alright, let's see. Streaming tools, overlays. I guess this is the correct one or is this the old one still? No, this is the correct one. Copy overlay URL. Let me do some quick things here and check. Yeah, this might be... This is a little bit scuffed, but... Let's see, did I change that correctly? Yep, I did change that correctly. Save changes. Save, copy overlay URL. Go back to Twitch. Put it in its position again where with everything else. It stopped glitching as well by the looks of it. Oh well. I guess if it fixed itself, it fixed itself, but... Time to get this big creation that's actively lagging my game out of here and get smooth frames again. Oh, that's better. Alright, let's start pushing towards...
I wonder if cloning is actually useful as well.
I have my fan on, but it's quite hot outside. No, I don't want to put the big ship in there.
You're streaming?
Yes, I am.
Mm.
I had some.
Oh, Nad, great.
I'm gonna turn on your sound a little bit though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's start working on a tank then. I already know I'm gonna have to slap a modular engine into this. How do I know that? Because normal engines can't really handle the power of 2 tracks. Now I need cylinders. Where are my cylinders? There. 7-cylinder inline.
With this.
Well, that's a lot of pistons, but it should do the trick. I'll add that to the tally. I should still see if I can get a drink sponsor at some point.
What's there?
Yeah.
Drink
Jim,
water.
Jim at some point made a absurd amount of hydrates, so I started keeping a tally of them, and I want to get a drink sponsor so I can do a drinking stream.
Bro.
Where I'd have to keep buying a lot of... I have to do around 80 drinks still. I'm not gonna... Doing it with only water would be incredibly boring. So, yeah.
Broke. Wikipedia, what's this?
Work is kind of a thing.
Oh, no, I meant in, like, your, not bits, but, like, the circle.
Also, is my overlay still glitching? Because if it is, I will start fighting with stream elements.
Oh.
I should probably get a can out of the way, right where the encoder overload sign would be. Oh, and I don't have symmetry mode turned on. Amazing.
I would love when that happens. Okay.
Alright, let's start with this.
There we go.
Right now I need these ones. I could potentially make this one amphibious. Would be kind of funny to try and do that, but it would probably be too heavy. I think I'm gonna use either medium or small. I think small tracks are gonna be very useful here.
What?
And then now I need a small tank drive wheel, and that's gonna be at the back here. If I spawn it now, if it vibrates, I'm gonna have to reduce the tension on the tracks. Right now it isn't, so... It's a small creation, so it shouldn't take up too much performance. Geometry mode again. I guess
Wonder
a
if
gear...
cloning has any use in this fight.
Wait, where's
never
my...
used
There. I have a piece of paper. I'll most likely need a lot more torque, so... Need to aim it towards the... No, need to aim it away from the engine. There we go. Even though I've done it a million times, I still have to look at a little piece of paper where I've written it down. Right, that's the power done. Technically, this is technically, if I get this road moving and I do the clutch, it should start moving these tracks forward. Now what if I put a driver's seat down here? Possibly here, and then another seat right there for the... Because I think I'm going to take the sort of Russian approach... Well, it's going to take the more modern tank approach. Which is which is basically a unmanned turret. Which means I'm going to need an autoloader. What?
I can make the freaking ping 1,000 times a second. How far can I make it go? Oh, really far.
This looks funky. If I then make a hole right here in the middle, put the turret there, have it aim forward. This thing looks funky. I like it. Although I do think I'm gonna need more protection for the... both driver and gunner, which means pyramids.
This is great. Okay. What? Do you make money by us watching ads?
Oh yeah, I should do that actually, because I've at TwitchCon, right? I'm gonna do that after. At TwitchCon, I was talking with somebody, and they said that if you have less, I know that if you have less than 3 minutes worth of ads on Twitch, it's gonna give pre-rolls automatically. Otherwise, you're gonna get 3 minutes. But I've heard that Even if you have 3 minutes, you might not get the full 3 minutes worth of ads.
So should I just table my ad blocker or no?
Oh no, if you have an ad blocker, keep it on. I don't care.
Okay.
Also, Twitch has announced another thing, which I'm not sure how to feel about. You can, if you are affiliated and you have money, but it's not paid out yet because Twitch requires a minimum amount before you're paid out. And that you can actually spend that money on gifted subs or other stuff for your own community.
Isn't that how it already worked?
No, like, yes, you can, but now you can use the money Twitch was going to pay you, but now they aren't going to pay you anymore because you spent all that money before you even got it.
Oh.
Although I am not sure how to feel about that one. Because, and hear me out on this one, right? You spend money that you were supposed to get, but now you're going to basically keep it within the company. It doesn't leave Twitch's pockets. They're basically paying themselves with that feature.
If you choose to, yeah.
Yeah. Which, on one hand, smart business move, but on the other hand, uncool.
Nice.
You're basically saying to your own community, like, yeah, sure, you can spend your money that you're supposed to get with us before we have to pay you. Alright, so if I put this... like this, then it goes out the pump into the heatsink, out of the heatsink. And now we need modular engine components, where we get a cooling manifold.
Have we figured that out yet?
What?
Like with cooling problems with modular engines, where it's like you set it up correctly, but then you don't, and then it's like, oh no, your thing's exploded.
So far, I do have creations which have functional modular engines that just work.
Well, like I'm talking about, like, it's been driving for about an hour and hasn't exploded yet.
I think I do. I'm not sure for like an hour, because I honestly don't really test my creations for that long.
That's true. Wait a minute. Gosh dang it.
I also tend to add a small fluid tank with fresh water to my things, so I basically add a coolant reservoir with... Actually, I should put a different pipe in here. Should put one of these in here, because I want a gas relief valve. Actually, is steam seen as a gas or a liquid in this game?
I think it's a gas because it's steam, you know?
Oh well. So that's a cooling done. I now actually... I haven't done what I should have done first, that is adding manifolds to it. To connect the 3 banks of cylinders to each other. Then I need to add fuel and... other stuff. First I'm gonna actually add, like... Oh wait, symmetry mode. Got myself this time. I'm gonna add protection like this. I'm hoping this will be amphibious. What if I keep the thing out of there first? Because this closed off. This is an enclosed thing now. If I drive it in the ocean.
No.
I want to know if this thing is amphibious or not.
That's crazy. Except, no, why are you facing that way?
Wait, that is just 2, and that is enough for a catalytic converter.
I love those.
Yeah, because you do it. Otherwise, your engine is just smoking like mad.
Yeah.
We are putting in a gas relief valve, so water doesn't go into the exhaust.
Why?
We also need a starter for this engine and a alternator for this engine, because we do like, to have a charged battery. Right now we have all we need to do now is air and fuel. Because Stormworks engines require 4 things: air, fuel, exhaust, and cooling. Because sadly, Stormworks doesn't allow for air-cooled engines.
No.
But I want to build my Volkswagen. Although you can argue that technically every vehicle is air-cooled. Because air goes through the radiator that cools the coolant.
Yeah.
So by that logic... Right,
Okay, then you're...
I'm gonna add 2 large tanks in the back here. Fuel manifold. Oh wait, Simpler mode is still turned on. Why is it so laggy all of a sudden? There we go. The fact that it's so smooth right now, as compared to the big cruise ship that actively lags my PC.
I love when it happens.
Yeah, it is the length of the build area. Right, fuel is now technically done. Let me grab my engine controller that I use. Guess I just love that thing.
Okay, I figured it out. It was just freaking stupid. It's a stupid freaking sensor. That's the whole reason why my whole thing was not working right.
Actually, I should put a hatch above the... semi above the driver and the gunner. Oh, that is shaky. Stabilized. Oh yeah, there is vision. You have pretty good visibility at the front, actually. So let's add a throttle lever out here.
Most radar even freaking 4 at this point. Because it doesn't freaking ping anything.
I feel like throttle should be a shared thing, so even the commander can use it. Throttle in RPS gets taken out from this crankshaft. Throttle air goes to the air manifold. Throttle fuel goes to the fuel manifold. The on goes to the starter, and I do need a button, which I guess will be a key switch. That will also be below here. I guess that's all. I guess everything's connected now. All I need is a battery. I guess a small one should suffice for now. Although I've already come to the realization that I'm going to need a constant number. I tend to just use a constant number for the clutch pressures of the... Yeah, encoder overloading, and it's causing lag. Why? I'm not running any other programs. Thank. Nice. Like, I'm not running an over... I'm not, like... running... Wait, hold on. Let me actually take a quick check with my task manager. Let me speak to my task manager about this. Like, what is taking 100% of my CPU? Why is Discord taking so much? Also, why is my browser taking so much? Probably because I have a bajillion tabs open.
Oh, not that. Are you that person who has 1,000 tabs open?
Yes.
Oh.
And I barely closed them. I barely closed them as well. To the point where I've discovered that Firefox allows for islands as well. Right, let me see if I have stuff here that can be closed off. Stream elements can be closed. Do still have to order sound insulating tiles. What do I have here? Not gonna buy that. That's just looking for it. This is a different bag that I was looking for, but not really gonna buy. Yeah, that should have cleared up some of it. Hopefully. Hello. Yeah, hopefully it has cleaned up something. I don't need this one, I think.
This is hilarious. This ship can just make a whole like 90-degree turn in like half a second.
How are there now more instances of Firefox open? I started with 31, now I have 33. What kind of bullshit program is that? Right, it should help at least a little bit because it has less tabs. Come on. Jump on the thing. Come on. Can I seriously not jump? Oh, I can jump on. It's just very difficult. Alright. And I realized I made a mistake. Start value will be 4. Minimum value... Oh, and max value will be 20, I guess, 120 RPS with a start value of 4. I could use a keypad as well for this. Yeah, it's encoder overload. It's happening when I don't think it has that much of an effect, actually. It's barely overloading.
Oh.
Also, for those who don't know yet, Twitch is gonna get... I'm just gonna add ladders. Screw this. Twitch is going to be getting 2K streaming.
Like resolution?
Yes.
Finally.
Now, because right now everything is in 1080, but they're going to upgrade it to 1440.
That's good.
Yeah, I was at the opening ceremony. What is happening? What is happening? What was that? Why can I not access these ladders?
Got that?
That works. What is it doing? Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to add ladders to the back. Great. Apparently what I think happened is
Oh, another ad.
it's overloading as soon as it's saving. That's what's happening. Because apparently that takes, of course, that loads your CPU. I guess I have to restart my PC then.
Oh.
Apparently if
Wait,
it's
what's overloading your CPU?
saving in Stormworks.
No, I bet it does because it's Stormworks.
Oh great, I cannot exit my seats. Fine, I'll do it this way. Right, what is causing trouble? Because obviously not starting. It is getting the number 4.
Oh.
Oh yeah, 4444. Sorry. Hello. Yeah, hi. You were waiting for that, I guess. Why are we not starting? Like, why is my everything? I have fuel. I have.
Do you
Have-
use function block?
It might be my exhaust actually. Not sure though. What if I remove the catalytic converter? And just straight at the back.
Do you use the so there's a I use a function block. Do you also use a function block for your air to fuel ratio?
I have that built in a engine controller that I use.
Okay.
That was not it. So it wasn't the exhaust, that's the problem. So I guess I can put the catalytic converter back into the system. But I basically use that in combination with a bit controller that automatically turns... Let me actually first get this WNS. I use a bit controller to keep the RPS at a certain level. Like, let's say I say 5 RPS, and it's going to get 5 RPS. And that is basically what is keeping my engine running.
You like give me that controller.
I can. First, I'm going to actually see if I can sort of get rid of this, put like solid blocks in there.
No.
No, don't need to put solid blocks in there.
What is it doing? That's not how torpedoes are supposed to work.
There we go. That should work. Okay, way
Are
better.
torpedoes also are they supposed to shoot and stay under the water, or are they supposed to like bounce and then go underwater and then like come up and and like go in the sky and then come back down like dolphins?
Torpedoes are supposed to stay... Well, it depends on what kind, but if you're launching them from a ship, they're most likely just going to be right below the surface.
Oh, well, mine bounce and then they sink.
I guess you have...
and then they like start flying.
I guess you
It's
have
hilarious.
a pit system in there as well that...
I don't know. I didn't make them.
You know, do you have something like an altitude hold to keep them at a certain level?
I mean, let me check their logic.
I'm mostly confused about... Hold on. Symmetry mode. Stupid again. So we have...
It just has constant numbers. There's not even like really any logic on it.
Are there any fins on it at all?
Yeah.
Do those fins do anything?
No.
There's probably the issue.
Do I take them off, or like do I like put them to like angle down just a tad or something?
You could go with it. You could do it multiple ways. You could try and tune them to a constant number so they kind of cancel themselves out.
Mhm.
Where it's level, or you could put a bid system in there, which requires some fine tuning, but then they will definitely stay at a certain level.
I need to be talked through that. There's no way I can like do a pit by myself.
Well, hold on, yeah, the engine isn't running yet. Then I'm gonna have to fine tune that as well. But right now I'm more confused of why my engine isn't running. It's getting air, it's getting fuel, right? It is having coolant, it is getting the exhaust it needs. Why engine not engineing?
Why don't you I wonder if you turn on like infinite fuel, will it turn on?
I might have that. Do I have that turned on here at all? No, I have infinite electric and infinite fuel off always.
Yeah, but maybe if you turn them on and it turns on, that could save you. See,
Yeah,
like,
but
that could help troubleshoot it.
I want my things to work without.
Well, yeah, but like, see if it's a fuel issue.
I just realized I am
probably-
not venting my fuel system.
This confuses me.
Because ever since that update, I basically force myself to vent every system that I make. Like, does it involve fluids? Yes, vent it. So that any possible bit of air that gets trapped in there can easily escape out the system. As you can see, there's a lot of fluid that needs a lot of pressure that's coming out of this tank now.
Yeah. Just go. Okay, save.
Alright, let's actually get this. No, I needed to. Let's give it 6. Wait, is it running now? Oh, we have another one. We have another one.
Likely ban evader restricted.
Banned and
Oh.
reported.
Oh,
I'm gonna report this again. Scam.
Why?
Selling views. Next.
bro, selling views.
Yeah, I get one every single stream where.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
But this
I
time it's a
had that.
different website.
bro.
It's a Russian website as well.
This is RU.
Yeah, it's
I'm click on
.ru,
it.
which
I'm just kidding.
is Russian.
I had that, you know. I could have took care of that, you know.
Right. Let's see. The engine's running. It was. There was air in the fuel tank.
Is that not supposed to be a thing?
No, but now I'm realizing I'm gonna need to add a lot of torque to this. This is gonna be a slow vehicle. Second ratio will be reversed. Third ratio will be like a 2-to-1.
Okay, what would I even put the constant onto? Would I want the temperature to sink or float or like go up? Because right now it's kind of just it goes down and then comes back up and then shoots out the water.
So what I think is happening is because I think you just launch it from a.
It launches from rockets, like it's on the deck and then shoots out with rockets.
Yeah. That is not
What?
too slow.
You put gears in it. You make it go through. You know.
Yeah, I put a 2-to-1 gear ratio in there because it was stalling when I went full on with the clutch, but might be able to get away with a 9-to-5.
How come I never get those?
What?
Trying to sell views thing.
I don't know. I still need to look into the rules. I hope there's a rule for chat which says your account has to be this old.
Let me see how old theirs was.
Yesterday. It was made...
Oh, it does.
It's an account made yesterday. So they make those accounts and then start botting everything. I don't think this is faster, actually. But we'll see how good this thing floats. I have no steering at all. I just go forward. I haven't hooked up the reverse wheel, so I cannot move left, right, or back. I can only do forwards right now. Why is my brightness so high? Oh, it was within the same minute. Which is fast. Like, 2038, it was sent. 2038, they've actioned. Right, we're gonna bump into the wall now. That's gonna re-aim us slightly to there. And as soon as we float to the top, it's waiting for me to lose traction. And we're afloat now. Yeah, my tracks do nothing. Or are they actually... Or are they propelling me forward?
Is it just me, or is your stream laggy?
It could... I'm looking at my... Let's see. Hold on, let me quickly do a test. And now I have to look at my stream to see if it's laggy. No, it's not laggy on my end.
I mean, that doesn't help you across the world, so. I wonder, should I make this bottom? Would it be better to make it bottom heavy than top heavy?
That is a good question. Also, ooh, it's my Stormworks is laggy though. Also, yeah, this what's happening. Like it doesn't do it smoothly. It just keeps revving high and high and high. Again, I'll add it. Yeah. So let's start tuning that pit system to be proper.
Do you even take a drink?
Well, the thing is, I have so many of them that I just put an extra tally mark on there as kind of like, we'll get to it at some point.
Oh, so like at the very end of the stream, you're gonna like chug some water.
No, I'm saving it all up for a drinking stream.
Oh.
Where I'm just gonna be drinking a lot of fluid.
How many tallies do you have?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I have 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100. And I've already done 12.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello. I don't know what it is right now, but I should probably update my Discord or OBS. But usually, as soon as you opened OBS, it would turn streamer mode on, right?
Yeah.
Isn't, I guess.
But now it doesn't. So now I'm gonna have to do it manually,
Oh no.
or I use keybind settings to be smart and put it on my Stream Deck. So if I press the Stream Deck button, it does what it needs to do. It turns on streamer mode, it starts recording, starts streaming, and if I press the end button, it automatically ends it. Just for my sake, I'm gonna put it at 2 to 1, and I'm going to go for... how am I gonna do steering in this one? That's gonna be my main thing. I think at some point I've tried to do it myself. Give us a load and look up tank. Tank track controller.
Are you okay, Brodo? Because you're like really breathing in your microphone. I think that's you at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Is it me again?
Yeah.
I don't know what I can do about that.
The best solution. Don't breathe.
Oh.
See, I don't think that's the solution.
Why not?
It's a solution.
It is the easiest solution. You just don't drink. Right, so W goes into this and this one. Goes into X and Y. Or no, it goes to Y and Y. So that's... that increases both clutches.
Yeah, I don't know what I can do about that right now. I do indeed see my mic activating when I barely make any sound.
So it's a Discord. You know, you can change it in Discord. Actually, you can activate at what volume it's supposed to start activating. Talking, so
I don't breathe that hard, I don't think. Yeah, well, I can move my mic a bit out of the way. I've done that now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if that helps.
this one gonna.
Everything anymore.
Why is everything so? Is a video? Yeah, even Twitch is now saying is a video buffering.
Okay, if I'm talking, where does it goes to there?
Right clutch is. Oh, this is when you have two.
Okay.
I need clutches. Oh no.
Can you guys still
Oh.
hear me okay now?
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is not gonna be
Now?
fun. If you talk
You got
for a
that.
second, can you talk for a second?
I'm talking.
Yeah, we can still hear you pretty clearly.
Okay.
There's like no change in volume at all.
No, I'm not changing the volume, I'm changing the sensitivity.
Yeah. Clutch. Why are Stormworks clutches so big? Another hydrate. I guess I will. We're at 101 drinks, and I've only done 12 of them. The problem is, right? Another one.
Hello?
Yep, exterior. Yep.
Am I all the time?
Now it cut
or-
off.
Oh.
Now it's cutting off.
And now?
Oh, gosh.
They say one sentence.
Saying a sentence.
Ah, decent. Right, I hope this is
This
gonna
should
work.
be a bit more consistent, I think.
Yeah, it does seem to be consistent, yeah.
Okay.
See, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess it just depends on if your frame rate's bad or not.
Well, hopefully this is better, but I'm not sure.
It be working. Hello, Blitzeref. Hello. I made a tank with... Why? Why is it like this? Why is it stalling now? What if I just give it a... My engine does run, only if I apply clutch, if I put the clutch in, it just stalls. That's why I'm putting a 3-to-1 gear ratio on it, so I can actually... Or I have to limit my clutches. That is the next option.
This receive. First. Huh. This is not going.
There we go. It's working. I made a working tank in not even an hour.
That's like a record. Or
Well, it
not
still
a
needs to
record,
be.
but
It still needs to be. Oh, it's a little bit laggy now. It still needs to be painted. It needs to have a different type of propulsion added to it because this thing floats. That's rough. Thanks for the follow. We're up to 90 followers out of the 100.
got that.
I've also realized that I should stream more, or at least longer, because
How long
Only
do you usually
two-
stream for?
2 hours per week or 2 days is what I used to do. Right now I'm starting to 2.5 to 3 hours per time, and
Well,
still only twice per week. But I'm
Joe,
thinking of
we
adding
talked about this
Sunday.
yesterday. If you doubt, you know the answer.
Yeah. Well, my engine is a little slow, but it is geared down to a 3-to-1, so it is basically only running at a third.
How long you said you're gonna stream for? What
Well, I'm
time?
gonna
Just give me whatever time.
I'm gonna stream for like around 2.5 to 3 hours today, and I said I'm thinking of adding Sunday to the schedule, but I'm not sure. Not sure about the day yet. That's what I'm thinking. That I'm still a little bit skeptical with. Like, and now I'm officially stuck. Why is it so laggy every single time? Like, I have no idea why it's laggy, but it's just laggy. Also, I guess it's time to add a turret to this now, because without a turret, it's no tank. Or I could go for a casemate, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna add a turret on top. Luckily, they made turret rings. What is a medium gonna do for this? Yeah, a medium turret ring is gonna be doing for this.
Oh, probably didn't help. I had War Thunder in the background.
Oh, I did that a couple streams ago.
So hopefully this is better.
Now you sound very soft.
Well, I did go though.
Turn down the pickup volume on Windows and turn up on Discords.
Well, I guess I'll see you then. I'll speak to you at some point in the in the future.
No, I might be on today. Depends on if you're still streaming or not. Maybe like an
And
hour or two.
they only have a power. They didn't add a. They add a. They add a free turn. Oh yes. This is so much better.
Turns out mic position is important. That seems to be the memo.
We can barely hear you.
All right. See ya.
Yep.
Um,
All right. Let's put
Yeah, now.
this. Right now we can hear you a little bit clearer. Yeah. Let's add this. Cannon. Cannot. Cannon. Even when he's left, he's still for good measure. Come on. Let's see. Rotary autocannon. Probably too big for this. Just imagine. You see a tank roll up and it's with a rotary autocannon on top. No, looking for a battle cannon actually. Battle cannon. Here comes a tricky part. Installing an autoloader with a pivot. Well, it can... Like, it needs to be able to pivot forward and backwards to be able to kind of aim downwards a little bit. Like, this is probably going to be peak Russian design with no barrel depression at all. Just... Yeah. If you played War Thunder, you will know what I'm talking about, and you'll know the suffering that you have to do in order to play a Russian tank. Their barrel does not have a good depression, which means, not that it's sad, because you will be, because you realize your barrel barely goes down. Like, it barely goes lower. Alright, let's see. Artillery cannon belt. Do I use these? And if so, that don't fit. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna make this? Like, I guess I can also add a loader in here. So the actually, that's probably not a bad idea. I think it's a very bad idea to do that way. Just have this little, almost pancake of a turret here. Just have this. I'm thinking of turning all of this into blocks.
Wait up.
So with this, I now have... Well, let's actually look up battle cannon. Oh wait, I can do this. I can use these to go down. If I push it backwards one. If I remove this layer, grab the cannon, grab the pivots next to it, pull it up. Oh no, I do need to go lower. Cut it and push it back a block. Nope. Hold on. There we go. Now we can grab it and we can push it back without doing any harm. Is it within... Let me flip it upside down for good measure and push it. Just push it in a block for it to... No, it can be pushed forward one. Yeah, perfect. No, wait, is that the access part where you access the thing? So, which means that I'm gonna have to just select this, which... can I bring the cannon back to its old position right now? Yes. Then I realize I've been stupid and I can just grab this, push it back in one block, and paste it back. There we go. There we... Oh, come on. Pressed the button too early. I was trying to go too fast. There we go. Now all I can do is say... Oh, the name changes depending on what you want. What is it? Oh, it's a junction. And I just want a straight belt. Why can I not... Eh? What? Why can I can't put blocks there, right? Why can I not... Oh, I cannot put blocks there because it's... Does that mean that this is where the belts go? That I did indeed... Yes, I did indeed need to flip it around. There we go. Now we have this. Now all we need is a feeder at the bottom here as well. So that is your ready rack, which holds most of your shells. Or not most, but some. And then you have just a lot of... Again... I will have to go because I will have to grab an actual drink. But the tally marks are added to the piece of paper that I have. So, I guess you can you entertain my chat real quick, or while I grab a drink. So I'll be back. Over 100 drinks, and I've only done 12.
Right, so is he gone? I guess he's gone. Right. Jim, you are streaming, you know how to entertain people. Right?
Sure.
Jules
Is
already
you
gone.
on quiet for you too?
Jules already gone.
He's in the call.
Yeah, he's away grabbing a drink.
Oh. You're very quiet, I feel like.
Yeah, I changed some mic settings in the hope that it'd be better.
Well... Was it intentional that we then barely hear you? Like...
I don't know what the results of it were gonna be. I mean, if I put my mic up here, I'd probably be louder again. Don't know how by how much.
I don't know.
Oh, I've returned.
We've been
And
very entertaining.
Oh, were we supposed to entertain chat?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Have you not been
I-
paying attention?
No, I'm playing Black Myth Wukong, and I have like a Gordon Ramsay video on the side as well. I didn't realize.
I have a bottle of a brown carbonated liquid. Once that bottle is empty, I'll refill it with water, because water is healthier than this liquid. So yeah. I'm not gonna name the name because I'm not sponsored. There we go. See? Drink. Well, let me calculate. This 80. I have 104. Also, what kind of shells do I do? Kinetic, no. High explosive, fragmentation, armor piercing, incendiary. The fires aren't really useful. You'll start them anyway with fuel. Armor piercing would be funny. Fragmentation, I think, would be the best option. The problem is I'm gonna have to do this for all these shells, and then I have to see if it still floats. That's gonna be a problem as well. This is all adding weight to a creation that needs to float. Fragmentation. How about adding more fragmentation shells to this? That's the first time I've seen. Oh yeah, that's also a new thing. On-screen celebrations. Lucas, thanks for the bits. For the use of them. That's the first time that I think somebody used bits, or no, probably second time somebody used bits in my chat. Alright, almost done with adding fragmentation shells to this. The reason why high explosive was probably not a good idea with this is because, well, let me give you a scenario, right? It's called, you get hit by a shell, it explodes. If you have a lot of explosive filler within your shells, guess what that's gonna do? They are gonna explode as well. Again, another one. I have a drink already. Alright, I think they're all filled now. Now all I have to do is put Ooh, is rotation speed? Alright, let's check how this floats now. Oh, the pivots aren't powered. It's limp. I have a limp cannon. Yeah. I might want to add power to the feeder and the ring. Wait. Did these pivots not provide? Oh, that's actually really good. That's why it went limp. It rotated freely about its axis. Which is kind of sad. If you want to power it, you're gonna need to have those big ones again. But that's why it was so limp. Alright, I guess W and S is gonna be up and down. It kind of looks like I'm not sure about the turret yet. Oh, there are shells in here. All right, let's see. We have up, we have down, and we have 360-degree rotations. And then if I press... Right, how is the charging if I'm... Right, that still drains the battery if I... Also, it's inverted. My third rotation is inverted. Damn it. Oh great, there's more lag here now. Awesome. Can we do smooth, please? Thank you. Now, it is quite fast if I put it on 20 RPS. I'm not sure about the longevity of the engine. There we go. We need to make the cannon longer. Just this turret just looks weird on top of this. I guess if I make it same as like this, slope it back a little bit more, it should look better. But another one? Seriously?
You're not gonna keep up at this rate, mate.
Look, I'm gonna do the drinking stream when we've moved.
Uh-huh.
Because yeah.
How
Right.
are you gonna get a sponsor? Are you just gonna go to like a company and just be like, hey,
Just send out emails.
I gotta drink a whole lot of shit.
Like, what I'm gonna do is kind of that. But the thing is, right, if I wanna basically get a sponsor for a drink, I want it to be a little bit of a healthier drink.
Why?
Because if I'm gonna have to drink 100 glasses of it, I'm not gonna get like an unhealthy drink.
That seems oddly reasonable.
See?
Why would you do that?
Because I somewhat care for my health.
Again, oddly reasonable. Why would you do such a thing?
So I live longer.
Oh.
So I have a bigger chance of outliving my enemies.
Which enemies?
The guy that did my driving exam that made me fail 3 times.
He's been making a list.
My dad.
He's gonna become the Grim Reaper. You're on my list. I don't know what movie that's even from. I think that's like the Grim Reaper in a movie.
Right, can I, if I use this muzzle brake, it's gonna slightly go away from. Can I move it back? No, I don't really want to move it back one. Like, there's now a more precise cannon. It fires more accurately. But now I have a thing. I'm gonna need to have an automated firing. I need to do automated. I guess this could be a little like an artillery piece. Like a long distance, hide within the bushes type deal. The turret is already incredibly low, and the ejection is literally just out the top. So I guess what I want to do is, first of all, grab an inverter. We're going to put the numerical inverter right in the front. And the inverted number is going to be the rotational speed instead of the A and D. Whoa, I don't like the lag. Let me take another sip. Let's see. What do we have? We are going to need. I'm thinking. I'm gonna need to add a camera to this. With a monitor, a 3x1 monitor, aimed in the front here, so you can. No, I don't need it on both sides. Power switch is entering the seat, and the video output is this one. And I'm gonna have to add controls to this by adding a throttle for the zoom, so you can more accurately see what you're missing. Because yeah, that's what you'll be doing, missing it by a lot. I guess an instrument panel is necessary as well. I'm actually Ooh, I haven't saved the entire turret. I need to learn to save more. Also, do I have Discord notifications from people? No. Might want to put a hatch on the turret as well, but... Alright, let me turn it on, charge the battery up, sit in this seat. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't give the monitor or the camera power. So... no wonder the camera didn't turn on. Yeah, see, you can now sort of see where you need to be. If I zoom in... like... right here, it's pretty obvious. Right here, you can actually see... or do I want to put it on the thing? How far does the barrel go up? Not at all. Oh no. Why doesn't it... or is it dependent on the turret's current rotation? Yeah, otherwise this is as far as you can go up. And it's all because of that ammo.
Old
Like-
iron leaves. As opposed to odd iron leaves? What?
If you zoom in completely, you cannot see the barrel. Let's see. I want to fire the cannon on the trigger. So if you press the trigger, you will trigger the cannon. Open breach. I guess if this one doesn't contain ammo anymore, it should give like a red light. Like this is where logic starts to come in.
Logic?
Yes, logic.
You do logic.
I sometimes do logic.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna need this, and all I need is a button, 2 lights. So 1 button, 2 indicators. It's oh, hey, look, I have it. I have it. Why is this one weird? All I need is 1 button, which will be I guess channel 4 will be an indicator light for I'm gonna say out of ammo. If this light turns on, you better get out that seat and fill that ready rack back up with ammo. Channel 3 will be a flip switch, which will be IR mode. And I guess channel 1 will be loaded, which will also be an indicator. That... Oof. Oof. Drinking that quickly is not a smart move. So channel 2 is apparently that is the... Hold on, first we have to get the composites done. You have channel... Oh, both are channel 3. You have channel 1, which I will see is the button. This will be a weird one. This then, and then that. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. I don't need this one. So that means I don't need all of this. I just need to do that, and I just need to connect you there, and... Oh wait, channel 1. Channel 1... Oh wait, hold on, can I... Yes. This is what it needs to be. So channel 1 and channel 3 are indicators. Channel 2 is the button. And if the button is pressed, it goes there. And I need to go to the toilet, so... Jim York, you entertain chat again while I'm gone quickly.
Where was I again with Troy?
I don't know, but I'll be right back. Again.
Why can you not remember, Zhu?
What is it
21st night of September.
Every time that he's like, hey, entertain chat, I just start telling like a random Greek myth, and then at one point I thought that I could do Troy. Forgetting that Troy is really fucking long.
Well, I don't know anything about Troy, so...
Well, you missed a lot, actually. Where were we again?
Well, why don't we start from the beginning?
Yeah, I'll just restart it, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give you a
beginning.
recap. Basically...
On last episode.
No, like last 3 or something.
Oh.
But basically, King gets prophecy that his son's gonna kill him, so he like tells some guy like, hey, take this baby and kill him. And then the person doesn't kill the baby, so he just leaves him in the woods instead, and like a farmer finds him. And then the farmer raises him, and then the kid turns out to be really honest. And Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite decide that they want to do a beauty contest, and so they go to him to ask which of the three is the most beautiful, and that leads to a war.
Okay, that escalated rather quickly.
Well, it's okay. So Aphrodite, like they all offer him something, right? To be like, hey, if you say I am the most beautiful, then you get shit. And you know, Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and so she's like, hey, here, see this face? I can make her your, you know, your lover.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he then meets the lover and kidnaps her, and she is a princess.
Ah, so they were like,
So
kind of not cool, dude.
yeah. Anyway, where were we again? I don't know where I was in the story. I think. Oh right, Agamemnon's people were just like raiding the country for 10 years. Except for freaking Achilles. He was just kind of hanging out in his tent with his army.
As you do.
Well, better than raiding the country and like having sex with all the women you can find.
Fair enough.
He did have a slave, but he was actually kind of nice to her, so like fine, I guess. Um. But the other problem is that I don't really remember all the details because it's such a long story. Because eventually they do actually like go to actual war. Oh right. They go to the people in Troy do fight back. And eventually, you know, Achilles is a very, you know, good warrior because he's Achilles. But he eventually gets like into an argument with Agamemnon, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna fight for you anymore," and he's just gonna chill in his tent, doing nothing. And then like a friend of his is like, "Hey, if you're not gonna fight, can I at least borrow your armor so that the enemy thinks that you are fighting?" And he does, and then the guy gets defeated by Prince Hector. And Hector steals his armor, which is like the best armor in the world
Hello
because
again.
he was Achilles. Hello.
Also, hello, Kyle the Fox 12.
We didn't get that much further.
Yeah, no.
Was
She'll
it too
take longer
fast?
to piss.
It wasn't a piss.
Wait, since when are you quick with shitting?
Guess I'm streaming. Oh wait, I should probably turn it back to the actual stream. Oh good, it's a PowerPoint presentation.
Our
My
favorite
favorite.
kind.
Yes.
Oh, yours as well, Jim.
What?
Yours as well.
The ceiling. That's what's up. No, nothing much without that. No, I'm gonna just call this auto reload. Automatic reload. I'm gonna need the opening of the breach. Wait, hold on. Let me actually check what this has. Open breach, loaded. Yeah, all I need is two things. You need to open the breach and power it up. Those need to be outputs, I think. On the logic. They both need to be going out. This will be the breach. This will be the feeder. This will feed the thing.
Am I just missing something, or is this fight way harder than the
Just a
previous one?
general tank that just. It is gonna have like a ready rack with like 5 shells. They have to reload. They have to reload those 5 shells. You just keep firing them. But overall, it's just it is going to be amphibious. Like it is going to be allowed on water as well as on land. Right, yeah, feeder and a breach also needs to be output. If I save this as auto
What?
reload. Auto reload, 2-speed auto, automatic lights. I don't need automatic lights right now. Breach is open breach. This one is feed. Oh, but you do need an input. I do need an input right now, so I do need 3 of them. Because you cannot have 2 outputs without an input. Otherwise, where's it gonna pull from? Like, how are you gonna get out without in? There we go, that's empty glass, which means we get to make another I get to have another drink done. Oh boy, this is gonna be suffering. Right, you have your input, so you press the thing. There's just gonna be a couple of capacitors, honestly. Right, so after you fired, so you just give a signal. You just like click it once. You then have it then takes no charge time to open the breach, but it takes, let's say, 2 seconds to close it off again. Then this is gonna take the feeder is going to be on for a second. It's also going to be coming from the trigger. So theoretically, I can shoot my tank now. At least once. Hopefully. Let me climb the back of the tank. Drop in. Start the engine up. Get in the main seat. Oh cool, this isn't connected yet. Hello. Well, the thing is, you only need to be in the turret when you have to reload, and that does mean that if you can, what you can do with this is if you go hold down. So if you go into a hold down position where you only see the turret, you will stay alive. I need to go somewhere else where I can actually destroy things. This thing's also it is kind of slow here. But that's because I had to gear it down to a 3-to-1 gear ratio.
Yeah, that typically slows you down a bit.
Yeah. But it's plenty fast for a tank. It does. After I've shot... Right. Also, I don't have brakes. I think. All I have is reversed. I have not installed brakes yet. It is slow. Nope, just... Also... Not high enough. Shell ejects. Gonna have to wait forever. Because, you know... I'm starting to question if this is a push or a
Also, you wanna-
toggle.
I uploaded the Minecraft statue video,
Okay.
and I don't know if my music choice works for the time lapse, but I couldn't really think of anything else, so I just put it in.
Okay.
Is the trigger... Yeah, that's the problem. The trigger was a toggle and I need a push. Now I'm gonna first drive it into the water. Oh, before that I'm gonna push it to the ground. I hate that it's, like, I get it. It's necessary that it spawns in the middle so you can have all directions. But if you make a creation that's not very tall, like this, it first has to fall meters before it reaches the floor. But yeah, there's no commander in this tank because I kind of want it to be as little crew as possible. One of my first tanks that actually gotten this far that's actually automatic. And it's not even finished. Like, I've built this at the start of this stream, so it's like roughly 1.5 hours worth of tank making. Like, I tried to make tanks when the Search and Destroy DLC first came out, but Fox didn't follow. Like, I first started with it, with tanks, but I couldn't get the tracks to work. Like, the engines just kept stalling and stalling and stalling. Yeah. Let's see. Like, I know it floats with all the ammo. Well, at least you had some inspiration. This is just... Yeah, the closest inspiration you could see is... Also, it needs balancing. It needs more weight. Oh boy, here we go with the lag again. Alright. Push. Hello?
Hello.
Because I thought it would be funny. Oh. Might need to add counterweights to this.
So why do I open your stream and I see a tank floating in the water?
Because I made this tank amphibious. The problem is The barrel doesn't have any
Why?
counterweight to it. So if you turn your turret, you will just dip down.
Why though?
Because it's funny. Actually, imagine this. You're on a boat. And you just take your tank, you drive up to that boat, and you just start hitting the boat from point blank range.
Right.
I need to get my WNS to sticky though. I wanted the amphibious purely for fun. Where is my... I need this one. This capacitor needs to be less. And now I get to see if I can make the reload longer than 2 seconds. A 2-second reload isn't bad at all. Like, it is incredible to have a 2-second reload. But to be fair, it is really just worth under knowledge that a 2-second reload is really fast because... Yeah. Perfect. It's perfect. Haha. So I can now just say fire. And there's a little bit more time to get there. Airplanes and ships are fun. But I want to fine-tune this so I can just have the perfect reload. Yes. I'm gonna try and get it lower because I realize there's a little bit of time left between the thing loading and the breach closing. Even all kinds of vehicles in Stormworks are fun, depending on what you make. Well, not even depending on what you make. It's fun nonetheless. Right, you press that, it loads. Oh, I didn't get the fire. Ooh, a 1.8 second reload. And now it's out of ammo. I should still get the logic for that. Yeah, me neither. All my helicopters just become a Beyblade. Right. Let's actually do this correctly. Channel 2. Alright, this one is actually... I want instrument 2 to be none. Channel 4 is out of ammo. That's that's one of the indicators. That's going to be channel 3. So this is going to be 3. This is going to be 2. This is going to be 1. So the loaded is going to be channel 1. So if the gun is loaded, it will light up with 1. It will light it up. This white light will light up, and that will indicate that, yo, the gun is loaded. Then we have this little red light, which if that lights up, you're just gonna have to transfer some ammo to your ready rack. You know, standard procedure, nothing special really. But the other channel, actually, this channel 3 actually needs needs a NOT, which is just an on-off inverter. Because it needs to light up when this has no more ammo. Actually, I think I could reduce weight in the back here. Because I need to shave weight off of the back anyway to make it a little bit more stable. So if I were to do that, get rid of this, put this here. Mainly just cosmetic things. Right now, if I save this and spawn this in, yes. Well, first of all, the amphibious feature is already a non-conventional thing. Second of all, I still need to make an exit out of this tank, because right now there's no way to exit this tank. Air mode works. Let's get a move on. But I mean, if it works, right? I still have to paint it, by the way. But like, that's a little bit away from like an LVT type thing. I could put a laser on top of the battle cannon, but I'm not going to. I could. No, I fired too early, it wasn't loaded. Yeah, see? We're out of ammo. Which means grab shells and shove them in. There we go. Slightly too high. That hit that container again. Slightly move to the left. Other than that. Good, that hit. What do you mean we're out of ammo? Is that the last shell already? Yes, there's a lost shell already. Yeah, I should get rid of that little piece of logic there. Because that's actively stopping me from reaching the back and reload. I can reload that. If I'm smart, I can very easily just down and inward and paste it right here. Put the weight back in the front. Remove it from here. This thing weighs under 2,000. I guess I could use a distance sensor, but like stabilizer, that's gonna be difficult because I don't know how to do that. I guess if you use a pit system with an add so that it tries to, or the target is like what you set it to and then it just tries to compensate for it. Like I could do that. Not sure how though, but I guess that's what learning is for. Paste that there, so there's more weight in the front now. It's So this is slightly more level because all the weight is like back here, where the engine is. Actually, I guess it's time to add a little bit more luxuries for the driver. After I added ladders to actually exit the tank. Because right now, you have no ability to leave. Like, once you enter, you're in. You're stuck now. Like, I do need to add some luxuries for the driver, like speed, fuel, battery. The instrument panel type deal. So you grab an instrument panel, and I think I'm just gonna shove it like right here. No, I'm gonna put a block here though. Instrument panel. I don't know why, instrument panels are just way better to use. Like, I'm gonna put like 2 here. With possible backup camera. Like, oh, you want to reverse? Yeah. Like, what I would do is just have it continuously stabilized, like you will not be able to turn the stabilizer off. Not sure why you want to do that, but who knows. But have that, and just have the target set to the seat. Just you add a pit in between with a tilt sensor. So it compares what you want to the tilt, and if it recognizes that it's at 1, which is vertical, when you want 0, that it will go to 0. Of course, you would have to do that really well, otherwise you would get this. You would get a bobbing turret, which is inaccurate if you're going for like hundreds of meters away. If you're at point blank, it doesn't matter. But if you're far away, that little bit can be the distance between... Yeah, that is without that. But now I'm gonna add 4 dials as a microcontroller. Another one, which I'm gonna slap right here. Then I'm gonna get another one for right here, which is also going to be aiming toward, which is going to be slapped like this. Because right here will be the channel 1 will be fuel. It's going to be 0, which I will need to put an add in there first, because I'm dealing with 2 fuel tanks. This is only weighs 1, so I don't care. Put that here. Then simply say A plus B is channel 1. And I do need to turn warning triangles on, so I see what's not connected yet. B is this. No, that's tank pressure. I don't need the pressure. I just need the content. Do they have composite right now? Composite? No, they don't. Oh, I just realized something that is not that good. We're gonna for this bottom one. Channel 1 is fuel. There's about 800, so that's about 1600 liters of fuel you can take with you. 2 will be engine temp, which might be a problem. Engine temp. I'm gonna have to get that through this one, through a composite of the engine. What else do I need? Let me think. Well, definitely gonna need... Wait, you need battery, temperature, fuel, RPS. RPS was the next one. Between 0 and I set it to 20. So max of 20, which should be channel. I think channel 2. This will be channel 3. Oh no, this can be anything. 2. And this will be battery. Between 0 and 1, which will be on channel 4. Now I need to connect everything. So, channel 2. So this is going to change already. Because I need a input basically. I need a composite input. Need to add another composite input. No, wait, it's not even like that. I don't even need the composite input that I just grabbed. All I need to do is grab channel 2. Channel 2 needs to become a composite signal. This needs to become composite. Read number. It needs to read channel 3. So throughout the lag, I'm gonna grab this one. Because 1 is air volume, 2 is fuel volume, 3 is temperature. I need that temp. So that is channel 2 done. Channel 3 was the fuel. Or not. No, channel 3 was RPM. Which is just RPS, actually. And channel 4 is the small tiny battery that's in here. Alright, that's all those connected. It's time to connect everything to power. There's not a lot of electric in here. Should probably apply some paint to it as well at some point. If you have a stabilizer, you can use it. It will be more viable in water, but not much. Just imagine using it in water and suddenly... Wait, I haven't done that one, right? No, temperature 0 to 100. Imagine... Like, still, man, you're on a ship. You suddenly see a tank roll into the water, float, and drive towards you. The sheer panic of seeing a tank drive towards you would be funny. Yeah, armor and survivability. I realize that it doesn't really matter. Like, with the ammo that's in here. Like, yes, so fragmentation, but if it blows up, you're gonna be gone anyway. And if one system gets damaged, you're gonna have to get out and repair anyway. Speaking of that, let me actually get a welder in here. I'm gonna use the floor for welders. And I'm gonna add an underwater one as well, because I feel like I need an underwater one in case you sink. Yeah, armor in this game is kind of a secondary thing. Unless you have like spaced armor, which would basically just be adding another layer here. It's not worth it. What will happen is you will get hit, systems will get damaged, you won't be able to fire back, they fire a second shell, you just have to bail. Should also probably install a manual pump in this tank. Wait, why am I not allowed to... Oh yeah, I guess why. I can guess why, but I need a port. Please tell me I can place a port right here. Yes. Pump will be manual. Port and... There we go. So, let's say you are flooding, but you have managed to fix your tank. Yeah, like... Like a bunch of railings, sort of. Sort of just like this. Along this. Might actually look good to put these on the side. Just... I guess that gives the... What, just crew doesn't matter. Crew comfort doesn't matter. That's their tactic. At least what they did. That's what they did with the T-34. They said, crews don't matter. If they're comfortable or not, they're going in. That was their entire tactic. The crew comfort of a T-34 was left a lot to be desired. Fun. Right, we have this. I guess I can add lights to the front as well. Just in case you want to see at night. No, just in case. Then I put these here, which will be painted red. And these will be painted a bit gray so they have less light. I don't know why it's so laggy the entire time. After the stream, I will... Yeah. Right, let me grab a flip switch. Ooh, I also should put a... Ooh, that's actually kind of a smart thing that I just thought of. Flip switch. Lock doors. Or lock tank. Also, in order to make this tank repairable, I will put hatches back here. Also, that got me thinking, I do have to add more things to this. And I now realize that this will only give me forward. This will not do anything. Not unless I pull it forward one block. Not unless I do things like this. Which was it still won't be enough. Like, Unless I am a genius. Hold my alcohol-free beer. Because, yes, I may be an adult who is allowed to drink. I don't drink. Or at least I don't drink alcohol. Because, yeah. If I want to move within the water...
That's one person who doesn't hydrate.
This is the tactic. These will allow me... These will allow steering.
And that's why he needs the hydrate chat, otherwise he doesn't drink.
Well, I do. Right now...
Chat, please keep him alive.
Yeah,
Provide him
like this. Here, there you go.
He's happy to be alive.
Well, yeah, but it's a lot of drinking.
If you ever turn to alcoholism,
That will be the end of me. Like, locked tank, where all the hatches are getting locked, so you can... Two of them, that's... So, right now... Wait, that means I could add more... I could add 2 more clutches, so... Yeah. Because right now they're powered all the time. Which means I'm a lot slower than usual. But I mean, just look... Like, just this. Imagine seeing this slowly but surely make your way towards you. Yeah. Then it does bring its own complications with it. Because, ooh, lag, more lag. Thank you, lag. Thank you very much.
No problem. Anytime.
Are we... We have lost our oh, I know why. We are no longer watertight, and I know exactly why. I wonder why we are not water... That's probably why the engine was running like shit. Yeah, crew drowning is kind of an important thing. Not like an important thing to not have, but like an important thing to make sure of. Just don't skip it. Don't skip the... Make sure your crew survives. Or, better idea, diving suit.
Or don't have a crew, then they don't have to survive.
Yeah, but if you want your crew to survive underwater, just give them a diving suit
Just
to
don't
wear.
have a crew. Use AI.
No, just use a remote controlled tank. Like as a
Okay.
kid, I was always wondering why we didn't start
Interesting
using
discussion
those.
points. Robots for wars. Because on the other hand, on one hand, you don't have to use human soldiers, which equals less human deaths in theory,
Yes.
right? It also stops things like rape and other human crimes, since it wouldn't be humans anymore.
Well,
How to
like, a
prevent
robot
war?
is a tool. If you sent it to do something, then that's your responsibility.
Yeah, okay, but you wouldn't send it to go do that.
Wait, you mean fully AI?
Well, at least the use of artificial intelligence in warfare. But the other thing is, war would become more frequent if we do that.
I was
Well,
about to say, this sounds like a terrible idea.
I
Yeah,
have.
well, it sounds
And
like
I
a
didn't
great
even
idea,
follow the full
but
thing.
it also sounds like a terrible idea once you start to think about it.
Well, the thing is, right? If you have the concept of will
Okay,
only
'cause
use.
I can already hear the Americans and the American soldiers suffering, something like that.
Let's just set up a Russian tank.
What?
Well, Americans are always like very patriotic in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they usually whatever they can do to save their soldiers, right? They are
Yeah,
all
okay.
for. Well,
Yeah.
what is better to save their soldiers than to replace them with robots?
Um. Well, current robots are just not as effective as a human.
No, of course. But
For the future, though.
say they become as effective.
And we just get like, I don't know, a mix between Terminator and Nier Automata.
Which box?
Right.
No, I need a number output.
In plain human terms, what does that entail?
That that a robot army would wipe out, like, you know, whoever they're sent to wipe out.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you say that a human did not give the command, who knows who that is then?
Yeah, it's harder to keep. Well, to be fair, people in war are rarely ever held accountable.
Yeah, and that's fair because it's the leaders that do it.
Where's my altimeter?
Well,
There.
at least if you look at like World War II, especially in
Nuremberg trials, I
the
guess.
Japanese, the Asian theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. They straight up they are denying it.
Well, yeah, not only that, but a lot of rape.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's not
true.
insinuated by the
No.
leaders,
That. Yeah. No. That is true. Yeah.
but yet they are not convicted, or rarely at least.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a fair point, but usually it doesn't really evolve.
I'm
to
sure Twitch don't mind us talking about this, by the way, but
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Look, it's Shul's Twitch account anyway. Like,
If this account gets banned, I'm gonna have to start from day one.
no. You get from getting banned, you get more popularity.
yeah,
I
that's
highly
always how
doubt
it
that.
works.
That is actually true. There's even people that
So,
intentionally get banned when they like start to get less viewers to get attention back.
Like, oh yeah, I got banned, so now yeah,
um,
to make a
I guess
dramatic
go
story.
nude, I guess.
I could do an ISO speed, but I'm not gonna do that.
Build a gigantic robot in Stormworks with a dick.
You know what ISO speed did,
Anyway,
by the way? Like a
what?
while ago, it was playing Security
Or,
Breach.
or, ju-
It
or
got
just
jump scared,
build
jumped
a
up.
functional dick. That'd be probably challenging enough.
But
But
Yoran, in modern warfare, that stuff doesn't really happen anymore usually.
Well, we do have modern examples, or you mean that? Well,
where's the altitude?
I don't know. Do we know that? Because that's the other thing. It doesn't get
Yes.
reported very quickly. At least not by the chain of
It's
command.
just a soldier camp just like calls the news like, hey,
We just did war crimes.
we just raped an entire town.
We are going
But
to the Hague.
Literally.
We know that in Vietnam this also happened, right?
Yeah, I know.
And in Vietnam you also had a whole
But-
bunch of.
But the Vietnam
Extermination.
soldiers, they actually got a lot of shit when they came back.
Yeah, but that was
To the point
mostly
that it was not
the
really deserved.
Make Love Not War movement that did that.
Not just them, like a lot of people in America just didn't agree with that whole war like in the first place.
Yeah.
And a lot of soldiers that just did what they were told just got shit for that. That when you think about it really wasn't deserved.
Yeah,
We
but
should
again,
find a way to make this track
there
turn
is also
off.
a lot of examples
Yes.
of entire units just murdering out a village that had nothing to do with it,
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah, napalm is a
that is
liquid.
true.
and then not getting convicted.
No, that is true. That is indeed a problem.
I can't really speak for like Ukraine right now. How it's, I think it's not as bad, at least in that regard. But
No, I don't think so.
I couldn't tell you for certain, at least.
Also, I made it functional. I now have
At least, well, of
But-
course, you never really hear about it when the war is active. At least not nowadays.
But back to the whole if robots took over, indeed, then you wouldn't have that. Here's the problem though. A robot doesn't have morals.
It even
No,
turns.
you would give it a guideline, but who is to say what the guideline is?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes you have to judge that in the moment.
Hold on, why is my Switch stuck again?
Yeah.
Which, unless your AI is like really fucking advanced to
Well,
an
even
impossible
then,
extent.
AI can never
No,
think
because it's
like
a
a human
pattern.
can.
No,
Yeah,
because it's a
it's
pattern.
always a thought pattern of some kind, no matter how advanced or how big that pattern is.
Isn't RoboCop about this?
I don't
Well,
know.
RoboCop is still a human.
Yeah. But isn't
He's a
that like in
human
the
mind.
original movie? Isn't it like he is a human? Yeah, but then they're also testing a full-on robot, and the robot just kind of shoots people
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't have, it doesn't have a moral compass.
Yeah, I don't know. I
But I
don't
just
think I've
realized
ever seen
something.
the old one,
I
so I
I
don't know.
I have seen I've seen part of it. I don't think I've seen the full movie. But there's like a part near the start where he's like
Oh,
in a
this.
simulation, and then a robot is in that same simulation and is like super efficient. And the creator of it is like, look, there's no point in sort of resurrecting this one guy because robots are gonna take this over. But the actual police are like, well, yeah, he's like really efficient. He's also not handling it the way we would.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try a weird system that hopefully works. If I separate the clutches
Yeah, but
from the start, I can
the,
turn
the,
off
the thing is, right?
thing.
From a perspective of let's say the U.S., because the U.S. has clearly the most military.
They are most likely to do it.
Yeah, that as well. So
Just
say
just
that.
wait for Lockheed Martin to do it.
Well, they have Boston Dynamics. They have gotten pretty far, at least in the robotics, not the AI. But you could say, yeah, but then we don't have to send our people to go to war anymore. So so from the perspective of a single country, it's a
Yeah.
perfect idea. But
Yeah,
the
that is
problem
true.
is that for the people that are being attacked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They will still lose people where the war is at. That they will always lose people.
Yeah.
But now, since we don't have to send people anymore, who cares how many wars we start?
I also wonder
I feel like the
if
amount of war would increase because there is
I
no
also I wonder if
conflict.
the armored core idea of a human soldier doing it would be more effective because a human has fight or flight and adrenaline, which can really heighten performance.
Output. Yes. Also, I
Like,
feel
I
like
wonder how real that would be in this situation.
I feel like if you were to replace it with robots, it would just be a waste. Because actually, there is a thing.
How so? Though? What would you be wasting?
Well,
Actually, it would
first
also
of
be
all,
really expensive.
yeah, exactly. It would be really
Yeah, well,
expensive.
have you seen the military budget of the US?
Yeah, but it would become worse because you also have to
Yeah.
get the remote controlled stuff. You have to, because you're probably going to have to go wireless. What then has to happen is you have to actually guard that wireless connection. And also, congratulations, you've liberated an area. What's stopping two?
Well, if you have the robots do that, then that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you have robots.
I'm not sure because your entire stream is stuck for me. Oh no, no, it seems fine.
Yeah, my encoder is continuously overloaded now.
That sounds good.
It sounds excellent. Who doesn't love that?
I don't know.
The problem is, if I were to restart my PC, it would also mean that my stream gets cut into two. Oh, it seems to have caught up now. Excellent. The lag has paused by me not using Stormworks. If I open Stormworks now, does it remain laggy? Nope. Perfect. Alright, we have two outputs. I need a add, so I need to wait. Hold on. What do I want to do again? Yeah, my output needs to be 2, and it comes out from this switch box here. So it comes out from the switch box into the switch box. So I do need to add outputs. Gonna be left, and it's gonna be right, right. So you have a left and right input. Those will remain the same. You have your input from this.
How did you get to this subject, Joran?
And also, what else?
I don't
what
know.
else? Depending on, it might be easier to just fight the war digital.
It was just a thought in my head, I guess.
So wouldn't it be easier to then fight if you're gonna use robots anyway, no humans? Can't you just do it online?
Go play Near Automata, and then there you go. You know, you have war with
Can't you
robots.
just do one massive game of War Thunder and just?
Yeah, well, why don't we give Russia and Ukraine just
Yeah.
one game
No, but in that case, it should be
of
chess.
either choice? So we have like a League of Legends
Wait,
and a
I need
Rocket
3,
League game that is gonna
actually.
decide.
Why Rocket League?
I don't know.
Nah, Putin would rage quit that shit.
Also, fun thing. Have you?
Yeah, but
do you guys know about
you know the
the?
amount of hackers that are gonna be on there if that would be the case.
Do you guys know about the kind of battle between Elon Musk and Trump right now?
Yes.
It is funny.
I've heard a
Yes.
little bit about it, but I haven't been following.
Okay, so basically, from what I have heard, so I haven't really followed it that closely,
Wait,
but
I
from
do
what I heard at my job today, so already the relation between them is kind of shaky right now because Trump is like doing stuff with taxes and things that makes it so that Tesla will have to pay more taxes or something like that. So Musk is not happy about that. And now
Framey.
I think the situation, or at least it's similar to what I'm about to say, but I think this is how it is. Trump wanted to release a list with people that were on something island. I forget what it was,
Epstein's
but
list.
somebody's island. Yeah. And you know, there was like child abuse there, so
Mm-hmm.
and so
Children on
Trump wanted
private
to
island with
release that list
millionaires.
with everyone who'd been there to,
Just gonna
you
have
know,
this.
So serve some justice.
So I need
Yeah,
a
I guess
switch
so.
box. If the
And
switch
then
box gets
Musk
which
didn't
already has,
release
so I
that list,
I
and so
do need
Trump got
4.
angry about that. And the reason Musk didn't release that list is because Trump is on that list.
Yes.
Is Trump aware of that fact? I now wonder.
I have no idea. But I may not be telling it completely correctly. Like, I don't know all the details. It may have been... Because in my head, it makes more sense that it would be Musk that wants to release it and Trump doesn't. But this is how it was told to me today, so...
Huh. It's curious, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I need to add from that switch box. So I need to add this, which is the switch box, which means. Wait, hold on. How have I done this, actually? So it's a number output because it outputs a 1. So that means I need a number from it.
Now that I think about it, wouldn't robot soldiers be a lot more fragile than a human?
I don't know.
Well, if it's going to be
Well,
completely
humans are
wireless,
quite
you do,
fragile.
you do
Yeah.
Right.
Probably more likely that first we're gonna see like maybe just robots in association with humans, like we're seeing drones right now.
Like Star Wars.
Kinda, but it wouldn't be a droid army. It would probably just be a robot of some kind being controlled by a human on the field,
Yeah.
just like we have with
Don't need this.
FPV drones.
Yeah.
Don't technically need this anymore.
That's
so
probably more likely.
But when do we just go immediately to armored cores with
I think that is very impractical. I don't think that'll happen.
I'm still shutting down
the
tabs.
the
hoping
only
that
reason it would be
helps.
impractical if they were completely real is because they are so fast that the the person inside would die.
Trying
But
to
also-
shut
Yeah,
things
but
down,
also,
but it's
in
not
real
really
life-
working.
Like there to just be a Titanfall.
Oh, 32. It did
and
help a
be
little
Yeah.
bit. Hold
that
on.
would be
It's
kinda
working.
Yes, but here's the thing. In reality, they would go 4 to 5 kilometers an hour at most.
Yeah, at
don't
least
need
with
this
the tech that
website
we
because
have
it
now.
automatically
Yeah.
does that.
Well,
Why
no,
is it making more and more
probably just
instances?
ever. If it's like an actual walking robot with legs. Because it's
Don't
gotta
need
keep its
this.
balance and shit.
Do need that.
Yeah,
Do
we
need
might have some
those.
mass problems.
Don't need this.
Yeah. So, and that's not impossible, actually. Like, robots like that already exist.
should-
They're just really
It should
slow.
help, but just it keeps opening more and more and like what is heavy on the CPU? NVIDIA broadcast, that is being heavy on the CPU. So that's my main issue. Actually, NVIDIA broadcast, I need to stop using that. So yeah. Well, actually, I could easily do that. Anchoring for the engine. I actually have a car with that. But actually, hold on. I have an idea. If
You know
I
what?
am smart about this, I can.
Hold on, we're gonna check something out.
Boom. My actual room. Reveal.
Let me.
A review of my room.
Share
Woo.
the fucking thing then.
Or at least
And
the
then I am
screen.
gonna go to my task manager and tell NVIDIA Broadcast to go.
We're gonna see how jank.
Wait, hold
old
on.
Games are.
Hold on. Let's check if I'm still using a video broadcast for my microphone. If that actually.
Wait, does this not? Oh shit! Wait, does this not work with my? Hold on.
Hold on.
Do my
I'm
controller not
changing
work?
things so I can stop using a video broadcast. Properties. It is choose microphone. If I go to here, do you still hear my thing? Yes, you do. Shit, I still need to use NVIDIA broadcast.
Oh, what's happening? What?
For my microphone.
What is going on?
It's microphone issues apparently.
Do I press something? What do I do?
Also, it should be using less right now, if I see correctly. Yeah, it is using less. Now it's the browser that's taking up a lot. But right, now that with the review of my room, which will change at some point, right? You have
Wait. My controller is not working right now. Why is that?
skill issue.
Hold on.
If I do this, then this, and then this.
So,
But like this
Steam
is
input is enabled.
room. Oh, this room is going to change because I will be moving, and when I move, I will actually have my walls covered in those tiles that you possibly see with YouTubers.
There we go.
Or streamers, that you have like those sound absorbing tiles all over the wall. So I'm gonna have
Alright.
those too after I've ordered them.
You wanna do I
this-
start with 1 or 3?
This will be a 0 or a 1, and I need to invert that. So I need to add a function block to this,
Old games.
which is simply x times minus
So-
1.
Number 3 is the first in the story, but number 1, is
Batman.
older. So gameplay might be jankier, so I kind of want to start with that.
So
let's
this
start with that.
is gonna be
I want to just how I've
clutch
never
switch.
played a 3D game this old.
Think clutch switch.
My answer would be Batman.
Think
What's this intro?
clutch switch. So that means that the
I just
left
feel like I'm gonna get to a James Bond game.
left clutch will be the left input, right
Hold up,
clutch
give
will
me
be
1
the
second here.
right input, when this will also go to here,
Oh shit! There's no audio settings.
and then this. So theoretically, right now, all it does is I can still use everything, but as soon as
Oh,
I
we get
drive into the
exposition.
water, like if I climb into my tank,
There's exposition.
but actually I was thinking of getting rid of the green screen anyway, so right, there we go. See, we're using that,
What is that?
but this should help massively because right now it doesn't
Oh,
have
it
to
is
do.
Batman. He's the Dark Knight.
It doesn't have to do. OBS doesn't have to do everything right now, or at least in their broadcast.
What is going on?
I should
Why
possibly.
did a woman just
That is a good
fall
3D
from
printing
the moon?
project for this mic arm here. I have 2 people in chat just discussing Stormworks tank technology.
Oh, there's voice acting though.
Oh no, that's just fancy. That's just Russian tanks. And showing off.
What is this?
But hopefully, as soon as if I enter the
Good on.
water, what it will do is it will turn the tracks off by giving it a
Are all
minus
3D
1.
games
So
this old, this weird?
what does that mean? Does that mean that I lost my turning ability? I think I lost my turning ability. Whoops.
Dark Knight? What?
Because right now the clutch switches to
Yeah.
1. So as soon as they, like, I'm not holding anything right now. I'm not holding anything, and I have no steering capabilities whatsoever. Help! I've lost all steering capabilities. No.
Why is he immediately dying?
You have the manual tank versus the automatic tank. I guess if I add 2 more outputs here, I can get rid of the. No, I do have this. The problem is this one goes from there, but it still needs to.
What the fuck?
What?
This game is already just batshit insane.
Like it outputs from there, but it outputs a non. Like it outputs 1.
Wait, it did attack me.
When it should actually be switching from. It's less than 0. And it switches to a... Why has this one got stuck again? Oh. Should actually switch to a
Oh, we get more
0 from
exposition.
a -1 position. So right now it goes to 0.
Okay.
Wait a minute. My head is just hurting over this system that I'm making. So I have the output of this. So these two clutches. I need to add it to both of them.
Okay, so here's the thing. I get what they're going for with her outfit.
Doesn't
doesn't work.
Do that.
Doesn't work if in this graphics.
I'm gonna go pour another drink, but now because I don't want
Okay, that's
advertisements, I'm gonna have to do it lower because, well,
Why is that jump? Can I change the controls?
I'm gonna have to. Now I'm actually gonna have to. Yeah, you're not seeing this on camera. You're not getting to see me pouring the drink. Because there would be advertisement, and I'm not giving a billion-dollar company free advertisement. If they pay me, sure, I'll advertise.
Why is that? What are these controls? Wait.
Yeah, man. Let me just... What? And then put the bottle away
Okay.
again. And then I have drink. Alright. You have an output of this. Which goes into here. They have an altitude thing. So your inputs are, these are the right and these are the left input. Let me just delete everything.
Can I like...
This one is the altitude.
I can't change the controls for this game.
That seems like a lot of armor.
Why do I have 2 shoot buttons?
Wait, does... Why is this altitude meter? Did I connect it incorrectly? I might have connected it incorrectly. All right. Well, you have this, right? Yeah, you have your inputs. So these go to the gearboxes. Wait, let me actually see. Wait, did that save? Yes, it did. I do need more. This is gonna be a massive piece of logic. It's gonna be a 9x9. Or is no? It should be a.
There's no sprint button. I don't think.
Yeah, it leaves me with 2 spaces, while this leaves me with 1 space.
But what?
Because you also need a.
Okay, wait. Can I quit out of the mission? Oh,
Need a left,
wait. Controller setup.
left. Rock.
I can't change the controls. This is a
Clutch.
PNG. Wait, type B? What is type B?
B. Speaking of bees, we have a
Okay, why
tree
to
in our
shoot?
garden
That's good.
that consists of. That I don't know what it. We have looked it up. It's I forgot the name already. But it is a tree that has a weird attraction to bees. Like right now and over during the
That
last
is
week,
better.
that tree has been buzzing. Like you look up,
Okay,
there are multiple bees you immediately see.
Guys,
Yeah.
it's here
What is
What?
here?
on the server.
What is
We
here?
now have a barter farm.
Oh, nice.
What? Let it all come back. I don't want it all there. You have your. Is it still input? Yeah. Not.
I can't. Okay.
Me.
I can't change my jump button, which is
It is saying that, but I'm not
very
trusting that.
unfortunate.
I'm not trusting the encoder overload thing OBS is telling me because my camera is still. Wait, my camera is still moving smoothly. My game is still moving smoothly. My stream is frozen though. Why? Why does my bullshit? Why is my bullshit bullshitting right now? I don't
Wait, this
like
game
that my
actually has.
bullshit is
Hold on.
bullshitting. Also, World War
Are
One
you seeing
tank
that?
technology. If it works, it works.
What?
We
This game
don't-
actually has like freaking what are they called? Like shells for your bullets.
casings, you mean?
They are pre-animated though.
I don't know if they are. They fall off the stairs.
Yeah, but they don't hit the walls. Oh no, they did.
So you have your two clutches here.
Oh, I think they do.
It sucks. That is a quote, Jim. We have a new quote for our podcast.
What?
It sucks
It sucks
reliably.
reliably.
That is a very good quote, especially for Stormworks. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks reliably. So that's good.
Wait, oh, I have a wall jump. Okay, wait. Do I have a double jump?
You could also
Is
say
there anything that
consistently
sucks
shit,
reliably?
which is how I like to call my sim racing. It's bad. I'm not the fastest, but at least I'm consistent. And that's better. Let's see. We have right and
Can I make this jump? It really looks like you
so
can make
this
jump.
switches from a -1 to a 0.
Also, it has like the Resident Evil camera thing.
We don't need that
Where
switch
I
box.
don't have camera control. It's like, you know,
It
the
just
game has all the camera control. I can't. It just has shots or whatever.
stream elements. You good. Also, for some reason, it is still overloading my encoder. Like, because my CPU is being overloaded again and again and
Wait a minute.
again.
Oh, what?
And
the
I'm
hell?
not sure what it. I'm not sure what is overloading my CPU. Apparently, it's OBS. It's OBS's like NVIDIA broadcast is still a heavy one. Oh well. Right now it's normal. If I have to continuously almost refresh my page to see chat, and my stream moves smoothly. It is not a Wi-Fi issue. It is just a weird
Wait, is that the taunt button?
encoder issue. Yes, like it should be fine, right?
Oh, there's a map? What the hell?
Right, so you have your right input, and if it's lower than 1, it switches the on value to 0, which means you are now operating that right prop, which is this. Then we need
Why
to
does
add
this game
just
have
a
a map?
prop. Like that is just what activates the props. It
Oh, I'm
goes
just
from a
stupid, you
minus
can walk
1, which
here.
means the
Okay.
maximum is 0. So you have no clutch whatsoever.
Is this not the the shop? Okay.
And that's needs to be the prop clutch. Here's where it gets slightly more difficult. Also, there. This is where the difficulty comes in. Because this is a -1. And I kind of have to
Jim,
like
Yes.
it's
one of the a good-looking block, but is a pain to get is always blackstone, right?
Yeah.
it's currently it's above 1.
Well, it's being farmed right now, and it seems to be one of the fastest on this
Oh,
farm.
that's nice.
Hmm.
Wait, huh?
Oh wait, I think I know how to
Wait,
fix
it's a
this. I
long
think
jump?
I-
Can you do it on the ledge? That's nice.
lag. I think I know how
Also,
to fix
in
this.
the next update, they decided to, you know, the goslings that you were able to find.
Yeah.
They're also gonna be added to the loot table for bartering.
Wait,
You
if
can
I
also
switch it onto
craft them,
one,
which
I
just
can-
makes no
that's
sense to
bad.
me.
This is bad. No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, yeah. But
I'm not sure.
that means that at some point or another, I'm just probably gonna have a shulker box or multiple of gas links.
I need a
Not
greater
problematic
than.
at all.
Oh, you can try and unsub and resub.
So we can have like an absolute army of
I
gas
guess I might
links.
have to add it to this,
I don't know how rare they are gonna be.
but I guess I can. It will be scuffed, but
Right,
it's
so
a
what's the
number input
hand
for the
door thing?
altimeter. So this will also be altitude meter 2, rise of the altitude, which will be a greater than,
Okay. Nothing.
and a switch box.
Yo, hold on, I'm already lost and I only have access to one room. Help.
Property
Yeah,
number.
so well, one thing they didn't really knew how to do at this time is do game design that's very easily readable.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's the thing. I've played older games, just not 3D games.
Jim,
Because, like, you know, I've played. Oh! Oh, that's something up there. Wait a minute. Isn't that where I'm supposed to go?
I'm currently
So,
making a
how?
very scuffed version of a microcontroller that allows me to switch.
Because, like, Super Metroid, you know, is way older than this.
Like this, we'll be able to switch from a propeller to the tracks. Like it will be able to switch those platform.
Right. I'm
Props,
gonna
so
go
you can
grab
steer
the
with the
link real
propeller.
quick.
Or
Alright.
if you go out of the water, it just Let's see. We have this one. I guess this one also goes to this, and this one also goes to this. And this one then goes to here and here, and then I'll only have to get a constant number, which will be a -1, which will go to the off value, I think. Yeah, you're basically able to switch from land to sea, and that will allow you to basically propel yourself forward. And it's overloading again. No, not anymore. Yeah, let me take a quick sip. Once I finish this drink, I'll be able to put another tally on there. Let's see. I realize right now that if it's greater than, like, I don't want a dead zone, but it needs to be consist 0.1, I guess? If it's greater than 0.1, and then I need to... Oh, lag. Overloading, come on, you can do it, processor. Don't let a video broadcast beat you. I'm looking at my stream through Twitch, and there it goes. Yes. It just got laggy. Alright, you have this, you have this, you have this and this. You have your altitude meter 2. Those things are both going to be coming from... Well, altimeter comes from there, altimeter 2 comes from the altimeter itself. And then we have the left prop clutch, which will come from here, and the right prop clutch, which will come from here. Which means that this system will only... Yeah, this works. Hopefully this works. Otherwise, I'm gonna be annoyed. And more overloading, yay. Let me...
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you do something for me?
What? What?
Can you
Oh, I think I
ask your chat if anyone in your chat has ever played the original Devil May Cry 1 and knows where I'm supposed to go in the first room?
Well, you've heard of chat.
I am legitimately stuck.
Also, why is my engine not starting anymore? I have coolant. I didn't remove anything. My exhaust is still here, so the exhaust is still exhausting fluid. That exhaust is working. Air is still functional. Fuel is still there.
Oh, I found something, I think.
Oh yeah,
Never mind, I already found it.
if we're gonna go with Russian tanks, a cope cage is one of the most iconic ones.
Oh my, it really is like Resident Evil. What the hell? I've never even played that, but like...
Like, what RPS are we even running right now? Like, this way I got those hatches, so I can actually...
There's something that's oh, this is a tree. Okay.
Like,
I thought it was like a creature outside. It was just a tree.
I don't want to add, I want the gearbox. Like, this is... It says 0 clutch pressure. It shouldn't do anything. Why am I not... The clutch said 0 or -1, or -1 is 0. Why is it like this? Also, why was the encoder overloading yet again? Now this is where trouble begins. Because my engine doesn't work anymore.
Oh, the first enemy.
For some reason,
Enemies.
the clutch system that I made is causing my engine to not work. So I'm gonna quickly test out if it works by removing that. Like, drivers don't need a head. That is optional. Their only objective is just apply throttle. Like, what is happening? Like, it is for some reason just not wanting to start like it used to. Like, what in the fuck? It has fuel. Wait, what if I remove the clutch connection? What if I just let it, like, not power anything, just start it up? I hate that it keeps overloading. Every time it saves as well. Well, the thing is, I'm not even giving it any clutch. Like, I disconnected the clutch. Like, the clutch is getting 0. Like, it is 0. Yet it is not starting at all. This is getting 0.5. The fuel tank is diesel. The fuel tanks have diesel in it. Wait. Wait, no. No. I know why. I know why it's not working. Because I am stupid. I am very stupid. Even.
Yes.
I will agree to that one. Because this dumbass, for some reason, decided to make a massive controller for this. Also, have I changed this one already? Or this one to... It has to be less than minus 0.1. You have a tiny little bit of a dead zone, but otherwise both of them are going to be active at the same time. Or none of them are going to be active at the same time. Yep, let's connect you back up. You see, the mistake is right here. Because somebody removed, or at least Stormworks itself, removed the, airport, like the air intake.
I just went into the settings. You know how they always have like brightness settings and they have like a little image that's like, hey, you know, adjust your screen or adjust the brightness to have, you know,
Yeah.
have this image like just barely not say. Okay, so they don't actually give you brightness options. They just say, hey, walk up to your screen and fix the brightness of the screen itself.
Yes. Are we comparing size now? Yeah. As I said, who needs comfort? Brew comfort in a tank is optional. Size matters.
What the hell was that? What are you doing
Yeah.
upstairs, my man?
Right here,
I can hear you upstairs.
That's what she said. That's also what she said. That's also... That's what he said.
Wait. The style meter is so not stylish in this.
Right. Yeah. Activate the props. Activate the props. Oh, we have liftoff. We have liftoff.
Are they downstairs again?
Right, can I steer now? Oh, that does activate that thing again.
Hey, what? Why can I hear somebody?
If I can get rid of the bloody lag, please. Thanks for the follow,
What
blue
is happening?
blues.
Oh!
That's another drink empty, by the way, so I'm gonna put pencil. Another mark done. Also, wait, is it using both? It's still using both. That is a sentence. I did trade height for depression. That's a good one. I think I might have to get my altitude sensor a little bit moved towards the back.
So it's nice that they gave me a key, but I'm not sure where I'm supposed to use the key. Oh,
Why is it up here? I think I just... Apparently, people are recognizing each other. That's what she said. I will keep responding, that's what she said and that's what he said, every time something like that comes up. No, I am not sorry. If I put that at the bottom here, I should be getting a lot of different altitude reading than what I currently have. 0.8 degrees of depression can be... Are we talking in like 360 or... Because then it's medium, honestly. It's like bad to medium. And how quickly does this consume fuel? Quite quickly. Battery's good. RPS is good. Temps are decent. These still need to be filled in. Yeah, Russian tanks and depression. Two very bad things. Or things that don't mix well.
wait, there's holy water in this game? Can I buy moves here? I would like moves. Apparently
Like at the
not.
front, it apparently was just bobbing about. I do want to have to put altitude on one of these, on this dial, I think, and this one. Well, I'm probably gonna call this the handbrake. When I'm gonna put like an ore. Right, hopefully. This is where the tuning comes in, and the lag, of course.
Oh.
Hello.
Yoron, I think I found it, and now I'm stuck again. They
See,
gave me a
that's-
key, but I don't know where to use the key.
Uh-huh.
I found out where to use the key.
It wasn't stuck all that long, I don't see.
Well, the altitude reading on the tank is necessary.
I see you up there. Wait.
Or at least it won't be necessary if
I
I've
do have
tuned everything
photons.
correctly. Where is the entire thing? We're with
I see.
0.1,
Can-
which I'm gonna set to 0, or
Okay.
minus 0.
Mm.
I'm gonna put it to 0, or 0.5. I'm gonna put it to 0.5 instead of 0. No, I just realized my mistake. Yeah, you study the technology very deeply to apply it, to learn from it, so you can apply it yourself.
Okay.
That's how you. That's what you do with other
Why is there
people's
an
technology.
airplane in this castle?
I want to make a joke, but I don't think I can make that one right on this platform.
Well,
Is
we already talked about World War II, rape, and multiple subjects, so I think you should be fine.
Yeah, I guess. Is the castle very tall, and are there two of them?
Oh.
Well, I don't
I-
think there's two. I saw only one in the cutscene.
I see where
and
this is going.
Yeah, for a castle, I would say it's kind of tall.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I do. You know, if you're gonna tell me like, hey, there's 17 puppets, well then drop them on me so I can actually fight them.
Ooh, nice. There is so much of everything.
Oh, you beat the shit out of shit, of course.
Right, will this work now? The problem is, the props activate too quickly.
Ah. Also, I want you to take notice of how not cool the style meter actually is in this game.
Like, see, it already turns off here and it turns on there. So that's the that's my problem that I currently have. Which means I'm gonna need to go in this one. This is minus 0.1. So this is gonna be 0.2 where it activates, and this is gonna continue on for into like minus 0.1. You see, I want to keep a little bit of like the thing is, oh, hold on, let me close that up. Now I need to go up.
Why are you alive?
Right, it should work right now. I want to keep a little bit of a distance so you don't activate both at the same time, or none of them at the same time. Because then you would possibly get stuck at a certain altitude, like just straight up done. Which would be funny, honestly. Like, oh, whoops, I'm stuck.
Also, the reason I was stuck earlier is because apparently my shoot button is also my interact button, but the game doesn't actually tell you that. Well, I was in the controls, I guess, but it doesn't give you like a little prompt of like, hey, you can interact with this thing.
Me barrel. Harsh environment of Stormworks. Yeah. I should still start making tutorials for this because the thing is, I think the Stormworks tutorials you can watch right now are either very outdated or for the very
Oh,
simple
that was the
stuff.
mission. Okay.
Right, we are. Oh, we are. I did see some bubbles. I see bubbles. Should possibly, if I have the possibility, I should put gearboxes in there. Right, see? Now we have the power. And
Power
if I
up?
do
Wait,
this,
what's
I
the
should
power
be
up?
able to. Oh yeah, it still turns that on.
Can I buy moves? I want to buy more moves. Other thing.
But it should
Can I
also
go
allow
to
me
the
to
home menu?
turn, right?
Doesn't seem like that. Okay.
Yeah, it does allow me to turn. It just turns that clutch on as well.
Wait, how do I... Oh. Wait, how do
It's
you
working.
quit this game?
Right, if I do this. Let me quick... Also, this autoloader...
Yep.
Let me quickly tilt this tank so it's... So...
denk ik morgen niet.
It's thirsty.
Kan zijn dat jij nieuws moet halen of brengen van Judo.
We. No, that's flooding the
Geen
engine.
idee.
Ja?
Ja.
Dus gaat.
No.
Oh boy. I also might want to set the number to 0 with this. You can only shoot forward. Also, if you want to... Like, I also have a... Just quick shameless plug. I do also have a Discord, which you can find through !_ Discord or descriptions channels, wherever. Alright. Can
I did not mean to do that, but okay.
Like, this is a surprising amount of depression. Yeah, we're out of ammo. After this one.
Ah! Okay, there we go.
Let me zoom in so I can see the shell flying next time. After filling it back up with shells.
Okay.
Like right now you can actually get to the shells. You can just say, alright.
There we go. Volume. Thank you. Good lord, this game is loud.
And I think I can grab another shell and put it in there. There we go. Now we are fully loaded.
Alright.
Let me zoom out a little bit so I can actually see the barrel.
Also, Yoran. Something else I found out that is very funny to me. If I go to options here, right?
Yeah.
You know how normally, you know, games have brightness settings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this game doesn't do that. Instead, it's just like, hey, change the brightness of your screen.
Whoa. What was it
Shall I-
doing there?
It just tells you to change the brightness of your screen.
Kind of funny.
Like, not in the game, but for the actual...
I understand.
Wait, let me actually turn...
When did this game come out again? Hold on.
Wait. So if I just do that, if I start doing this... If I start pressing this as well, that will turn that. Yeah, the casing... Also, why am I suddenly... Why am I going down?
2001?
Why am I sinking to the ground? Hold on. Why am I...
Okay, guys, this game is older than us.
I have
Like 4
so many
years.
questions. And I think I know one of them already. Oh well. Wait, can I still move forward? Yeah, I should. I have a slight problem right now. Yeah. There's one hole at the top. And that's where, apparently... Oh god. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Luckily, right. Yeah, you know what I realized is that the back is leaking water. But who cares? Stormworks engines. Why does my RPS keep going up actually? Like Stormworks like modular engines don't even need water. Oh, that's actually speeding me up when I make a corner. Now I know I have to kind of zigzag to get above water. But the problem is it floats until like where the casing flies out. That's where the problem is. It's with the casing. Or at least where like there is the hole.
Oh, I'm dying. This game has healing items. I'm not dying anymore. That's nice.
Right, I should be able to kind of drive out of this. Ooh. And I guess you guys can still see, but I can't because apparently my PC doesn't have more CPU space to run my stream thing. So I guess right, look, we're getting above water.
Excuse me?
We're about to reach dirt. Right, how am I managing this?
Through the crossguard, excuse me?
Like, oh. That should kick on. I guess that is a way to get out of the water. Like if I slowly crab forward, I shoot. There we go. All right. Oh, hold on. If I could sit in this
does this
seat,
give me new moves?
if I could sit in the seat, I can use a manual pump.
Yeah, you kick your sword, Dante. Yeah, you do that. Aerial
Yeah, it leaks in
capabilities?
through
Hold on.
there.
What?
Oh, wait.
What do you mean aerial capabilities? I'm not... How does it give me aerial capabilities then?
Why is it so laggy again?
You can't just say, hey, this sword gives you aerial capabilities, and then have the exact same moveset as my
I
previous sword.
guess, but what I could also do is this.
Yeah, but you can now do it in the air.
Open the rear hatch.
I already could. It's the same move.
It is slowly
Yeah, but
sliding
now you
down
have-
though
you
because I
can
don't have a
do it in the
handbrake
air.
yet.
I already could.
Yeah, but now you can.
I already could.
I don't think, Jules, I don't think he understands.
What?
Maybe if you say it, it becomes more clear.
What is the problem?
He does not understand that he can do it in the air.
Well,
I already. That's the thing. The previous sword only had Helm Breaker in the air. So does this sword.
Yeah, but now you can do it in the air.
Helm Breaker is already in the air. You can't do it on the ground.
See, Jules, I don't think he understands.
every man can do it in the air. Everybody can do it in the air. You just need a plane.
Dante don't do planes, man.
Well,
I think Jules is also kind of losing the subject here.
Is there no jump cancel in this game, or do I need to buy it still?
indoor skydiving. Right, you have this pump right here. I need a generator, which weighs around 5. Which I guess I'm gonna put like at the driver with a crank. So this one connects to that one. This
Crap.
one has a constant on signal, which is also going to be at the front of this tank. That's just, if it wobbles around, it's just a bad pit system, honestly. Right, we have that. Like going down works, going up doesn't. So we might want to do 2. And we might want to do 3. Right, there we go. So what happened is I need to clamp my vertical traverse. I need to... Well, also, let's put a camera on the cannon first. There we go. I like the use of the word glue. Like, hold on, let me glue a weapon system to a tank.
Yes, Shu. That's how you professionally prepare something.
You know what's funny? There is a website. It's kind of old. And it's called This to That. And it is specifically made for glue. You select a material and a second material, and it will provide it will provide what type of glue you need. So you can, for example, say I need to put styrofoam to leather. It will provide you with what kind of glue you need. I think some alternatives as well. It's a good website.
The stuff of judgment, huh? Right.
Well, 4.5 seconds to, or 4 to 5 seconds to dodge something is not a lot, especially if it's a rocket.
Oh, no, I'm back here. Okay. Wait, actually,
If you have a rocket, that's going to be difficult to dodge. Also, detection systems.
Oh, is it the scissors ghost thing?
Right, let's see how this works right now.
No, okay.
Right, it activates there, which should... It activates it...
What? Okay, it's just the ghost. Oh no, it is the scissors ghost. I am correct.
Machine defense. I assumed it was just dying. Alright, let's flood the tank. I want to test the system out. This time I am gonna just turn around.
Wait, I already have... Oh, apparently I already have double trigger. I didn't realize that. Oh, there's spiders. Oh, the spiders give me money. You know, that's nice.
All I have to do is... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Up, 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 up. No, don't capsize. Don't. No, no,
That
no.
was the mission? These missions just kinda end very randomly.
What is happening? I don't know what's happening. My tank is flipping. What is... Aim a little bit up, a little bit up, a little bit up, a little bit up. Alright, hit the floor, hit the floor. Stabilize.
Yes!
Stabilize and sink. Ooh.
And oh no, that's double jump. Wait a minute. Let's aerate.
Alright, we are still filling up. Just
Throw the
let me get into
sword
the
like a
cover sheet.
boomerang. I mean, I would like to have Stinger, yeah.
Alright, let's see how far I can... Or it just bolts to one side. Although you do have to make sure that you aim it correctly, otherwise you are gonna... Yep. You can either do it with jumping, or you can do it with dodging to one side, but dodging to one side means you're gonna have to... know when to, like where to go, otherwise you're just gonna be propelling yourself into a mountain. Just hold on, let me dodge. Face first into a hill. And of course, here's some more lag. It's weird to think, I've already been streaming for 3.5 hours almost.
Yeah, there is a charm to a game that looks like this old.
Alright, there we go. There we go. It kicked on again.
Although I would really appreciate a sprint button.
Again, why does it do that? Like, I know I'm... Nope. Alright, let me open the rear hatch just to kind of figure out... Kind of let the water escape.
Wait, is that a... Hold on. That's the... Yeah, I was about to say, that's the Veduvius... No, that's not what it's called. Or is it? Wait, is it Veduvius? Whatever, Mercury. Wait, let me actually read that.
It should be pumping out water as well now. I think I actually am.
Right. Alchemy reference number 1. Oh, great. Why am I drowning? I'm in the, hello? I am under the water. Please help me.
Nah.
It is draining. The pump is allowing stuff to drain. So that system works quite well. It's just that I might just want to block this off entirely.
Okay. Look, it's the Dutch symbol.
Right.
Kind of.
Right. How much elevation do I now have? Now that I've made my turret a little bit taller.
Oh, boss fight?
Yeah, Stormworks is... I don't know why, but for Stormworks it is impossible to make something stable.
Right, so how does a boss fight
Mm.
work in a game like this?
And we have up that goes into this up. And then we have... Like, what is damaged right now? Oh, the third ring, of course. That's why you have welders in your tank. I'm not sure if it would be a smart idea to start welding near shells, but we didn't do any damage.
I'm gonna die.
You
Then
spin
no.
me.
Wait a minute. Virgil is already mentioned in this game? Because he is from the third game, so like I didn't expect that.
You can propel yourself forward.
I'm dead. Well, we had to see the death animation at some point, I guess.
Well, let's see what else we can do here. You have the lock tank. I guess you can do the altitude there.
Oh wait, yellow orbs in this game aren't like a full resurrection. They're like actually they're a
One.
retry. That's yeah, that's better actually.
Do I not have two buttons? Two buttons, one dial. No, I don't have a two buttons, one dial. That is 3, 4, 5 inputs still because you have 3 signals plus 1 in, 1 out. You have your channel 1, you have your channel 2, you have your channel 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, no, 1, this is 3. So 3 and this is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Size like this, symbol, I don't care.
Okay.
We have one channel 1
Maybe
is
we
going to be the
shoot 20
number.
fireballs. That would probably make more sense.
It's going to input, input, input. Do I just need like a composite output as well? I guess I'm gonna call this 2 buttons, 1 dial. I guess that's this channel 1, 2, and 3. That means I'm gonna need 2 buttons, 1 dial. Oh. Did I not
Ow.
save it yet? I did.
Oh.
Then where
Okay, he
is
does
it?
have more moves. I'm gonna run out of yellow orbs.
Like, I named it 2 buttons, 1 dial, and I'm gonna save it as 2 buttons. Oh, I think I might not have saved it yet. Yeah, it's here right now. Alright. Let me put this right here. So I need buttons, which will be... One will be the handbrake as well. Wait, that means I just need 3 switches technically. This will be altitude. This 2. No, this needs to be 3. This needs to be 4. This will be handbrake, which will also be a flip switch on channel 2. And this will be on channel 1. This instrument 1 will be lights. Which means I need 3 buttons, 1 dial. Which I already have. So I just made a controller for nothing. Awesome. Channel 1 is lights. Light switch, light switch, light switch, and a light switch.
No.
That also means that I might want to put lights in here.
Is this game even gonna have the cool combos?
False
Surely
on
it is,
focus.
right?
So that's also going to be part of the light switch. Was this one, and they need battery power. It won't. I'll tell you that much. It will die immediately. What do I have? Channel 1 is lights. Channel 2 is the handbrake. But here, channel 2 is that. So I'm going to use channel 2 as a dial. That will be the altimeter. That is parked right in the bottom here.
Ah, okay. That. Why do I only learn this now?
This will need to be channel 2. So instrument 2 will need to be channel 3.
Apparently, guys,
What?
if you in Minecraft, if you press F3 plus P, you disable a rule, which normally pauses the game when you exit. When disabling that, that means that you can AFK while not being on the game screen.
It just
Yeah.
basically turns single player into multiplayer experience. That type deal.
No, it means I can use my laptop without having to look at Minecraft the entire time.
Yeah, but if you do that, usually it automatically pauses the game, which...
Yeah, so F3 plus P disabled that function.
Yes.
So now I can actually exit the game while still my player is swinging his sword.
I have to restart the mission because I died.
Right, so my thing should be completely watertight now.
That's what I expected, that you get a
Why is there
restart missions every day. At least this game you can skip cutscenes.
Also, lights. Let's make it nighttime so you can actually see what kind of light you have in this tank. Quite a lot, and it's quite bright.
Bright light, bright light. I can't do the voice.
Please never try that again. You have
Why?
lights, you have...
Gizmo's cute. Go watch Gremlins.
I guess.
Maybe we can do that next Saturday when...
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
This is for when this just locks the tank entirely. Like, you will not be able to exit this tank right now.
How is the weather?
I don't know.
Probably don't know that yet, do we?
We're gonna turn this on, then turn this on, turn the lock tank.
This is probably the most levels I've ever had on the server.
Like, this tank is now completely locked. Like, there's no way for this tank to be entered.
Chapters are very short in this game.
What? They're not. There's handbrake. So now the tank cannot move. If I go to this and I press this first, and I'm gonna have to turn IR mode on and zoom in.
Have we talked to Quentin yet?
No.
I've sent him the link to the video where I built the statue.
That
If you send the link
works.
to me,
You can go to my YouTube channel, you
oh
know
yeah,
where
I
to
can
find
I
it.
can you to your page.
But
Yeah.
I should actually turn this to 0.3 and apply this then 0.4. And I'm going to def myself in Discord real quick and press a button. A button that means that I'm going to have to... Yes, green screen. I will change this one afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to be ending it soon because of just me being kind of tired right now. I'm kind of done with Stormworks as well. And yeah, if you like so want to see more of it, maybe me finishing that boat, or the big cruise ship, or the tank, or other Stormworks stuff, make sure to let me know. Even if you want me to see different games, that's also... Started playing Factorio on Wednesday. Fun game as well. Yeah, make sure... If you want to have a chat with me or other stuff, make sure to join the Discord. There are also some other channels in there relating to Stormworks, like a content recommendation, which I already see a missile put in there recently, and creations that might need fixing. I say yeah. And yeah, you will be able to rewatch this on YouTube if you want to rewatch some funny moments. Who knows? And yeah, I guess next stream will be on Wednesday. Will probably be Factorio again, because Factorio is a fun game and kind of addicting. Yeah. And with all that said, I hope everybody has a very pleasant evening, night, morning, or afternoon, or rest of the week, and half a week next. And I hope to see everybody next Wednesday. Goodbye.